Well, we begin in Southern California, where a new fire is prompting more evacuations amid the most destructive wildfires in the history of Los Angeles. Good evening, I'm Ryan Yamamoto. As crews begin to make a small amount of progress fighting the flames, heartbreaking stories and images are now emerging from the fire zone. That new fire erupting near the city of Calabasas within the last 2 hours. You can see how close the flames are coming to the homes on that hillside. This is now being called the Kenneth Fire. This isn't too far from the Palisades fire in northern LA County. In the meantime, here is a live look right now from that fire. You can see the flames that continue to burn, driven by that wind and that smoke, causing all kinds of air quality problems, and those flames burning so close to those homes right now. And we're keeping an eye on that fire. We'll bring you any new information when we get it. And we will not know the full extent of the damage from these fires for quite some time. Officials said more than 4,000 homes have been destroyed in the Eaton fire, more than 5,000 in the Palisades fire. 5 deaths have been confirmed, but that number is expected to increase. And as of this afternoon, about 180,000 people remain under evacuation orders.
We heard numbers like 1,000 homes destroyed, but what does 1,000 homes look like? 1,000 homes looks like an entire neighborhood, and that's what we're seeing right here.
And today, crews began the grim work of trying to find victims of the Palisades fire. The mayor of Malibu confirmed the first death today, and cadaver dogs are now out checking 4 locations where possible human remains have been reported. Meanwhile, residents are taking stock of what's left.
I just wanted to see if anything's left. We had everything, like the sentimental things. Like my mom passed away. I had only a few things of hers left. My wedding dress, our wedding album, we left everything.
And at the White House today, President Biden vowed that the federal government would cover 100% of the cost of this recovery.
To the families who have been impacted by this disaster, you're living through a nightmare, I know. And I promise you, we're going to help you get through this and eventually recover and rebuild.
And right now, we are getting an update on the FEMA response from Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass, hosting local, state, and federal leaders, including FEMA's administrator. We'll keep an eye on it and bring you any updates. And one of the major fires, of course, is the Eaton fire. This is burning about 30 miles northeast of the Palisades fire in Altadena. This video shows the flames encroaching on a broadcast tower. This is on top of Mount Wilson. Crews rushing to protect it because it is not only sending out breaking news alerts from local TV and radio stations, that tower also broadcasts radio dispatches for emergency crews in that area. Meanwhile, new aerial footage showing us just the scope of the damage. Scenes all too familiar to us up here in Northern California. Block after block destroyed, home after home leveled. Nothing remaining but just some bricks and some twisted metal. Our Katie Nielsen is live down there for us this evening. Katie, we know a lot of Bay Area strike teams have been sent up there to the Bay Area where you are. So what are you seeing this evening?
Yeah, Ryan, we actually ran into a lot of those strike teams here in the Altadena area today. A lot of the crews sent into this Eaton fire, not the Palisades fire. And what was interesting is they told us today was almost like whack-a-mole. Basically, that when a hot spot popped up, their job was to go and tamp it down. The reason why, if you look out here in front of me, you can actually see some of these small fires still smoldering in the remains of these homes. The concern is that if the winds pick up tonight, because we are still under those red flag warnings, that embers could be carried up into the air and could then land on some of the homes that have not been burned. Those might then catch fire, and then you have even more structures lost. So those Bay Area crews today going around trying to put out these hot spots to make sure that everyone stays safe. Now, the other part of that is why this area is still under a mandatory evacuation, because they need people out of the area to do the work that they are doing. But it's also causing a lot of concern for residents who are stuck outside the fire lines.
I'm trying to find out if that fire is coming from where I live, but I can't get any information from anybody.
Gail Cargill didn't know where to go this morning to try to find out if her home is still standing. So she came here, along with dozens of other people, to the roadblock on the perimeter of the Eaton fire in Altadena.
I don't know what's going on. I'm just I don't know.
The uncertainty, the not knowing. That's the worst part, she says. While inside the fire lines, crews from the Bay Area are working to put out hotspots, trying to protect the homes still standing.
This wall here is just holding in all the heat. It's going to get windy tonight, so we're just trying to prevent any embers from getting kicked up when the winds blow in that direction. As long as we can get this stuff cool by the time the wind starts blowing, reduces the risk of everybody down the line.
A welcome sight for homeowner Lisa Elby and her husband.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, her house was one of only a few still standing on her block.
They're total heroes because when we rounded the corner, I could not believe my house. One of my neighbors said, "I think your house made it." And I said, "You got to be kidding," because we walked. We couldn't get up here. And I said, "I think I see the blue. I think I see the blue." And I just started crying.
For this engine crew, it's personal. They're from Sonoma County, part of the Santa Rosa Fire Task Force. And scenes like these are all too familiar.
This type of burn reminds me most of what happened in Fountain Grove, just because you have pockets of unburned, you have partially collapsed structures, you don't have the complete moonscape that you saw in like Coffee Park.
These crews will be working throughout the night protecting the homes that are still standing and also shutting off some of the gas mains that are feeding small fires. Because from a human perspective, these crews know what residents are going through.
It just makes a lot of the residents feel a lot better when they don't see a big geyser of fire coming out. A lot of times it's not a big risk to catching up things on fire, but it definitely gives a lot of people peace of mind when they don't have to worry about fire coming out, because people see enough fire already, so I'm trying to help out.
For so many of us here in the Bay Area, scenes like this, burned out homes, are all too familiar. And that was especially true for some of the fire crews that we ran into today. We saw crews from Oakland, Hayward, Fremont, obviously Sonoma, Santa Rosa, Sebastopol, Marin. And if you can just imagine what some of these firefighters are feeling, they're saying, you know, I remember this. I remember the look on residents' faces as they were seeing their neighborhoods for the first time. So just a really difficult day for everyone, especially at a time when so much is still uncertain.
Yeah, it's so devastating to see those images, Katie. And I was curious, these fires have been whipped up by those Santa Ana winds, hurricane force winds. What kind of conditions have you seen during the day today?
So a lot different than the 70-mile-an-hour gusts where you had fire spotting 2 or 3 miles ahead. That was not the case today. Winds were definitely calmer down here in the flats. Up on the ridge lines, very different story. Aircraft were actually grounded for most of the afternoon because it was simply too windy for them to fly. But here, firefighters have been able to get some really good work done. Again, the biggest thing, putting out those hot spots, because the red flag warning's still not over yet. And they know that if the winds start kicking up, you've already seen all of the smoldering fires that are here, and this is not uncommon. You go to almost any block, any lot, this is what you're going to be seeing. And so they just want to make sure that for those homes that are still standing, that somehow survived that hurricane of fire, that those homes are there for the homeowners to come home to when they start the repopulation.
All right, well, Katie Nielsen reporting live from Altadena. Thank you very much. Well, new aerial footage shows the immense scale of the devastation in the Palisades fire burn zone. The most significant damage is in the community of Pacific Palisades. That's between Malibu and Santa Monica. Reporter Ashley Sharp shows us what residents will face when they return.
The LA County Sheriff's Department says possible human remains have been recovered from a 4th location since the Palisades fire started on Tuesday. The grim discovery comes as fire crews continue to fight the stubborn fire, currently at 0% containment.
It was like a vortex of embers. There was no oxygen. I couldn't breathe. I barely even made it to my car.
Alec Gellis tried to defend his girlfriend's Malibu cottage after saving it during December's Franklin fire. This time, he was unsuccessful. Multi-million-dollar mansions along the scenic Pacific Coast Highway are now just piles of ashes. The LA Fire Department estimates the Palisades fire wiped out more than 5,300 structures.
We're throwing everything at this that we possibly can, and we're going to move through this.
But a dark cloud of smoke hangs over the LA area. Officials are urging people with respiratory issues to stay indoors if possible.
And the childhood home of Golden State Warriors head coach Steve Kerr was destroyed in the Palisades fire. It burned after his 90-year-old mother was safely evacuated. That's the good news. Kerr's family bought the home back in 1969. He spoke before tonight's game against the Detroit Pistons.
In some ways, it's helpful to take my mind off of what's happened. Again, the fact that my mom is safe, sound, that gives me the peace of mind that I need.
Meantime, the NBA has postponed the Lakers' home game tonight. They were scheduled to play against the Charlotte Hornets at Crypto.com Arena in downtown L.A. The NBA will announce the new date at a later time, and the NFL is moving the playoff game between the Vikings and the Rams to Glendale, Arizona, because of the fires. And the poor air quality caused by the fires forced UCLA, Pepperdine, and Caltech all to cancel all their in-person classes today at this point. Caltech expects to resume in-person class tomorrow, but they stress that could change. Meanwhile, UCLA has canceled classes through at least Friday. Pepperdine has moved everything online until at least the 19th. Okay, First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Hagan joining us now. And Paul, thankfully, the fire crews had a little bit better time fighting those fires today. Maybe Mother Nature cooperating just a little bit.
Yeah, the winds were gusty, not as bad as a couple of days ago. They had a better break last night into very early this morning. The winds have been picking up, though, and unfortunately, they're not done with the critical fire weather. Another offshore wind event is likely as we head into next week. So these are the latest statistics according to CAL FIRE. And again, the numbers, there's just no hope of actually keeping up in a real-time basis. But their latest update, just short of 30,000 acres burned, containment at less than 1%. It's not 0%. They have had some containment success on some of the smaller fires, but the larger ones still are at 0%. And the winds are still gusting. And the big picture setup is still promoting that offshore flow that has been gusty throughout the day. Now, this swirl is farther down to the south of Southern California is going to be pushing farther off to the east, and that's going to allow the winds to weaken as we head through the next 24 hours. So let's take a look at the hour-by-hour wind gusts here in the monitor, and we're going to track those as we head through Saturday morning. Right now, there are still some higher gusts, especially in the higher terrain in the hills above Los Angeles. Those winds are going to remain blustery as we go through this evening, but you notice the angriest colors beginning to subside a little bit by early tomorrow morning. The winds are still going to be offshore, at least in the higher elevations. Onshore winds are going to try to kick back in closer to sea level in the Los Angeles basin. So there's going to be kind of a competing influence. Any onshore breeze will be very welcome, even if it's brief and hopefully very light. But the last thing the firefighters need are wildly shifting wind directions as they try to boost those containment lines. As we head into tomorrow night and early Saturday, that's when the winds are going to start to pick up once again. Not nearly as strong as the past couple of days, but a little burst of offshore winds on Saturday will subside on Sunday, and then stronger onshore winds look likely to develop as we head into early next week by Monday and Tuesday. So for the next several days, let's take a look at the fire weather outlook, and today we're into the elevated and critical categories. That's the yellow and orange. For tomorrow's fire weather outlook, still the same two categories, yellow and orange, but it shifts a little bit. In the hills above Los Angeles, the mountains, it's mainly going to be elevated. That's the lowest fire weather category. The orange has been shifted a little bit farther down to the south towards the hills above San Diego. Still a bad scenario in Southern California until the winds shift on a longer term basis.